Customers saw extreme spikes in their bills due to February's week-long cold snap that stretched from Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
It's an increase that everyone may eventually notice on their gas bills. But in tonight's Your Money Matters, why the problem is especially impacting members of 3 municipal gas companies.
I expected my bill to go up a little bit.
But Sandy Bruns got a letter from Crooks Municipal Gas Friday warning her those expectations fell far short.
I actually cried. They said, well, your bill will be about $500 this month. And I'm like, what? Because, I've got 2 things here. One's $83 for December, one's $97 for January.
Last month, it was $120. This month, it was $624.
It's a similar story for Beth Bra and other Garrettson municipal gas customers.
Mine was one of the cheaper ones I've heard of. You know, they said some had 8, 9, over 1,000.
The supply wasn't there, the demand was extremely high, and natural gas pricing is not regulated by the state and it's not regulated by the federal government.
Public Utilities Commissioner Christy Fegan says the PUC has no price oversight for South Dakota's 4 city-owned gas utility companies, including Humboldt, Crooks, and Garrettson, where customers are seeing these big bills.
The cold weather event went from Canada to Texas, and when you're in that market and everybody's cold, that's a 1 in a 100-year or 1 in an 85-year event.
Crooks Municipal Gas sent a letter to customers explaining what happened that week. During the extreme demand and shortened supply of the cold snap, the usual rate of $3.35 per unit jumped as high as $900 a unit.
Crooks Gas said they were charged $475,000 for 1 week's worth of gas. Somebody's making a lot of money, and that's what angers me.
The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission actually has opened an investigation to make sure there was no price gouging or market manipulation, because we saw really high prices.
An increase Bruns and other customers knew nothing about.
I wish they would have notified us that, hey, we may get billed more for this, conserve your energy. We would have done that, but now we're forced to pay it.
I lost my job last year because of COVID. I've been trying to figure out on Social Security how to budget and make it work, and you don't have $500 extra to do that kind of stuff on.
We feel for the hardship of our families that are going to have increased bills. We hope that those bills can be spread out and that you can work with your utilities on a payment plan.
Now, customers of investor-owned companies like Northwestern or Mid-American will see costs spread out over the next year, but their increases will likely be much less because it's spread out over more customers. Humboldt, Crooks, and Garrettson are seeing a greater impact because there are fewer customers to share that rate hike. You can learn more about what led to the extreme increase in natural gas in a KENDLELAND.com original online now.
All right.